Hello, I'm Anjuli Velazquez and welcome to another movie review on AnjuliTV. This time I am talking about Crazy Stupid Love.
I should have fought for you.
Take off your shirt.
Why?
Will you take off your shirt? Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
Again, spoiler alert warning, this is a review and I will be talking about what happens in the movie. I'll give another alert warning when I get to something that you haven't seen in the previews. So we open the movie with Steve Carell's character Cal and Julianne Moore's character Emily having just finished dinner at a restaurant and are deciding on dessert, and she tells him that she wants a divorce. Which you feel so bad for Cal because he clearly had no idea that this was coming. And on the way home, Emily tells him she slept with someone, and she tells him who it is, David Lindhagen, which gets said a lot throughout the movie, which is really funny. And then Cal throws himself out of the car.
If you keep talking, I'm gonna get out of the car.
I think the fact that I did it just shows how broken we are.
Okay.
How much we really. Oh my God!
Then we meet Jacob, played by the adorably sexy Ryan Gosling, in his environment, a bar, and he hits on Emma Stone's character, Hannah. But she refuses because she has a boyfriend and is studying for the bar exam, and she leaves. You know, going into this movie, I thought it was going to be about these four people equally, but it was mostly about Cal and going through the divorce from his point of view. And it was going along nicely for a little bit, but then seemed to be kind of slow. And then this one great scene happens, and you're like, oh, wow. Didn't see that coming. But more on that in a little bit. So Cal is at the bar drinking his sorrows away and notices Jacob hitting on girls. And the next evening, the same thing, and the next night. And then finally, Jacob signals Cal to come over to his table and offers to help him out. He takes him shopping and gets him a haircut, and then he teaches him how to talk to the ladies. I loved Cal and Jacob's banter. Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling have really great chemistry, and they were both so funny.
You gotta take control of your manhood, pal.
Would you put on some clothes, please?
Oh, I'm sorry, is this bothering you?
No, it's not.
If it's not bothering you, we got a bigger problem.
I thought Emma Stone was kind of absent in the first part of the movie, which was a little weird, but it did all work out, and I think it was meant to feel that way. Unless she actually did have some more scenes, but they were cut out or something. I liked her character a lot. She was funny, as usual, and not someone who I'd pick to see with Ryan Gosling, but they fit nicely together.
Ask me something personal about myself.
Okay, fine. I'll do it. And then we bang.
Yes.
Cal finally gets the hang of hitting on women, and after a night with Marissa Tomei, he finds his groove, so to speak. But is still in love with his wife, so is struggling with that. And with the kids, which now I'm going to get more into some spoilers, FYI. His son Robbie is in love with the babysitter, who happens to be in love with Cal. Hannah has passed the bar exam and is expecting her boyfriend to propose to her, but instead he offers her a permanent position at the law firm, and she dumps him and heads back to the bar where the hot guy hit on her for some action. It was a great scene when she comes all storming into the bar and it's been raining, and she's like, "You!" And he turns around from hitting on some other girl and she kisses him. It was great. It was like an epic kiss. And they go back to his place, and another great scene. All I'm going to say is Dirty Dancing. And you'll get it after you see it.
Take off your shirt.
Why?
Because I can't stop thinking.
Okay.
All right, okay.
Now you can take off your dress.
No.
Yes.
No way. Now with all that going on, no thank you.
But they don't end up hooking up that night. She's all nervous, and they just end up talking and laughing, and then their relationship develops, and then they're actually together. Then Jacob kind of falls off the radar. Cal has been calling him to hang out, but Jacob hasn't been answering his phone. And then one day he calls Cal for some advice. He's going to meet Hannah's mom, and he's nervous and he doesn't know what to do. Now it's Cal's turn on the advice, which is a nice little role reversal. Meanwhile, Cal is trying to get Emily back and comes up with this really nice romantic event at their house with the kids' help. Now, really big spoiler alert here. If you haven't seen the movie yet, just skip this part. It's a little miniature golf reenactment, and Cal says something about waiting for his daughter, and his daughter who's sitting there is like, I'm right here. And he's like, no, my other daughter. And in walks in Hannah and Jacob. I did not see that coming at all. I was like, what? What other daughter? Oh, wow. That was very well played. I had no idea that that was even a possibility. It was very clever, I thought, and it makes sense as to why we didn't see so much of Hannah in the beginning of the movie. I think to keep it more of a mystery and we don't completely get to know her. We assume that she's this well-bred goody-goody kind of, and the thought never occurred to me that she'd have parents as young as Cal and Emily. But they said they got married really young, and then we find out that they were 17 when Emily got pregnant with Hannah, so it makes sense. But this was a really good movie. It got kind of slow moving for a little bit, like I said, but then definitely picked up once that really big reveal happens. And that scene where everyone finds out everything in Cal and Emily's backyard, and everyone shows up, and the babysitter is chasing her dad, who found the naked pictures she took for Cal. And he's going after Cal, and then David shows up, and Jacob is like, this is David, and takes off his ring and punches him in the face. It was great. It was my favorite scene in the movie. Loved it. Go see this movie. Steve Carell has never made me feel so sorry for him and bad, and then made me laugh the very next moment with his one-liners. It was good stuff. Well, that's it for this episode of AnjuliTV. I'm Anjuli Velazquez, and I'll see you next time.